Okay. Good morning and welcome to the Creative Entrepreneur Academy's first coaching call. It is Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're
All right.
Good
I'm
morning.
excited. Great morning. How about that?
it
I
is a great
appreciate that
morning.
energy, Ryan. I really do.
Yeah. It's time to, you know what I'm saying? We lit. First thing in the morning. What you mean?
Okay, so I'm Turdon DeBow, partner of Creative Entrepreneur Academy and also the owner of Creative Thought Solutions.
And I'm Shayla Turner. I am another partner of the Creative Entrepreneur Academy and the owner of Conscious Consulting. And we are super, super excited to be able to engage today. And we're going to just hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So, this first coaching call is going to be really geared towards maximizing. So, I'll let you take that away, but I think we might as well just get right to our content of what the purpose of these calls are going to be.
Right. So the purpose of the coaching calls are for either new entrepreneurs that are just starting out
Yes.
or for established entrepreneurs that are looking to scale or grow their businesses. And so that's the purpose of them. And then also, usually on Fridays outside of today, will be calls geared toward a guest coaching call, which will be a lot of different subject matters, whether it be legal, whether it be HR, whether it be processes and systems, whether it be what are some of the other ones, Shayla?
So talking about finance, things that might be specific to entrepreneurs, everything from self-care to how to be able to adequately budget. So really trying to make sure that we're getting very specific to those expert areas.
Yes. So those are the usually the Friday calls, but today being that it's the first call, we want it to be the ones that be the first faces that you see. So today we are going to talk about more like consistent cash flow because we noticed in the group that a lot of people were saying that that's pretty much their trouble area. That
Yes.
they're that they don't like the spurts of, sometimes they're able to see like some progress, or sometimes they're able to see the revenue, and then sometimes it's just dry and they don't see anything coming in, and consistency doesn't help bills because bills are very consistent. So being that
Facts.
bills are consistent, our income has to be consistent to match that as well. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things that can help with the consistency in that cash flow. I won't get too deep today because it is the first coaching call. And I know, Ryan, with what you're doing, you're an artist, but at the same time, you'll be also being booked to speak and also selling merchandise.
Yes,
And you want to tell us more about yourself?
absolutely. So, yes, I am Ryan Armine. I am a artist, speaker. I do work within my community as far as adding value, sharing life experiences. I am currently working with the lovely Turdon. That smile just made my day. Bless you. Um, so yeah, I'm working with Turdon, who is helping me with branding, marketing, helping me come up with a strategy to build my audience and put myself in a position to be undeniable and someone that people reaches out to so that I can get bookings. And yeah, having a solid team around me.
Right. I know that you are also gearing up to or positioning yourself so that you can leave your job. You've been there for how long now?
About 6 years.
Okay. I
Yeah.
know that's something Shayla is more focused in on for the Sunday calls. And I
Yes.
know
Okay.
that her area of expertise is creating an exit strategy.
Yeah.
I'll make sure.
So on Sundays, we're going to definitely begin to start to have those conversations of how to begin to form that plan so that you can actually transition into entrepreneurship effectively and not just um, go out cold turkey with no expectations of what to do or no type of consistency. So helping you to build the consistency before you take that actual leap.
Makes sense. I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely tune in. You guys said Sunday at 7?
Yes, that's on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so today we are going to talk about having consistency in cash flow. Um, this is something that I learned because when I first started, when I just got out of school for graphic design, I basically was just focused in on, trying to get as many projects as possible. So like a logo or a flyer or a business card, like all of those type of things. But because those are pretty much one-time services, I would have to continue to always be getting new people to get a logo or a flyer or a business card. And yeah, it takes a lot more to continue to get business over and over again than to just create something within your business that can stretch out over, months at a time so that you can have consistent revenue and you don't have to always, of course, you should always have something in place so that you can get new leads and things, but you should be able to have a cushion of, one particular company or one person or, just creating something so that someone can be able to pay you on a consistent basis. Usually I say for about 90 days at a time. So with creating consistent cash flow, the reason, like I was saying before, why it's so important is because when you're building your business, like I was saying, since the bills are consistent and you have to be able to cover your expenses, which is the first thing is just knowing your expenses for not only your household but also for your business. You have to have something in place that can continuously bring in some type of revenue stream, so that you're not, stressed every month about cash flow or, revenue coming in. And so the first thing is to know your expenses, know how much you need to actually bring in to be able to cover your household, to be able to cover your business, and to also be able to have, savings or, something for a rainy day, or if something happens, you have a reserve. And so usually by doing this, it's going to be being able to charge, the right amount. And then I know sometimes people get a little leery with, okay, well, what if people aren't buying it? But if you articulate the value of what you're doing, and if you're not only articulating the value, but also being able to find the audience that is willing to pay, what you're asking for. Those are the two key things for, pricing properly. So that's the first thing, is just knowing your expenses. Know how
Okay.
much you should ideally charge, know the cost of your offer, and know the profit margins on your product or service. Um, so you have to know like where you're breaking even, and you have to know like when you're actually profiting in your business as well.
Makes sense.
So for the second one, and this one's a really, really good one, it's to create a bundle for your products and services. So if you are, selling merchandise, or even if you have, digital downloads, or even if you have, things that you offer that are pretty much single individual, to bundle them together, um, that's a way to be able to add value first, but then also you can also inject a lot of cash into your business, because by bundling you're able to put things together and you're able to charge more for it, but you're kind of maximizing the order value. So the best example of this is if you go to a fast food restaurant, which I haven't been to in a while. But if you do go to a fast food restaurant and you're asking for a burger, and they also ask you like, okay, well, would you like fries with that, or would you like a drink with that, or would you like to make it a lot of times people only get combos now because it just makes more sense to get a combo than it does to get each thing individually. And so in our minds, it's like, oh, we want a number one, or we want a number two. We barely get things individually because they've bundled it up to maximize the order value for themselves, and because they know that that's a way to increase your revenue. And so being able to bundle up things like that, like how they do it, like at fast food restaurants, is a great way to be able to have consistent cash flow, because you're maximizing the things that you already do have by putting it with other things that you have that can increase the value of each order. Does that make sense? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes, I'm listening. Sorry, I
Okay.
was doing something, but yeah, definitely makes sense.
I had my phone. I had mine on mute. I'm over here like, yes, makes sense.
Okay.
I didn't move at all. I think one of the things that I know that I always hear people struggle with, and I'm sure you've probably heard the same thing, is figuring out how to create that bundle. Like, so when you are thinking of bundling together those services, actually making sure that those things match and they go together. Like you said,
Yeah.
that fries and the drink, like they match and they go together. So making sure that those services really complement each other is very key.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, going back to the burger and the fries and the drink, like those are all things that work hand in hand. If you're serving a burger and trying to say, do you want ice cream with that? It's just not going to make sense, because 9 times out of 10, someone's not going to want ice cream with their burger, but they will want fries with their burger. They will want something to wash it down. They will want something to drink. So making sure, like, even if it's, say it is something like a book, and the book is about, or let's take, for instance, Ryan, your project is called Gratitude. So if someone's getting a CD from you with gratitude, and then you have like some type of I am grateful for t-shirts that go with it, those work hand in hand, but it increases the amount of, well, if I get the t-shirt is $25, the CD is $10, but I can get both for, for X amount of dollars. I can get both for $30 instead of $35. Then you just increase the value of what you're selling, and then you've added in something that can maximize both products. So you're getting rid of both products at a rate that adds value, but they go hand in hand.
Okay.
And so bundling products and services are a great example. Creating a back-end product or service is also something that I do that really helps create just another stream of revenue that no one really sees. It's called a back-end product or service because it's something that is not at the forefront. A lot of people that first encounter you may not know about it, but the people that have worked with you, they do know about it, because it's a way that you can have a high price point service. So maybe there's something that you may not put out there, to the public, but something that you could offer your current clients that is, a higher value type service that you could only take a limited amount of people for. I know this is something that you've done as well, Shayla, just create a higher end back end service to be able to create an additional stream of revenue for that consistent cash flow.
Right.
So perhaps this is something good for if you have products and services. So maybe if you're a coach, or maybe if you're offering some type of service-based program to where so for instance, if you had a car wash, for example, and you have your normal car washing things, but maybe there's an elite club that people can join, to where they get their cars washed, top of the line service, they get priority in line, they get all of these things. You're able to add that value, and they're able to join for $100 a year. So that's something that everybody may not know about, but if you get enough of those people that are buying that at a consistent basis, then that's a way to take a $10 car wash and turn it into $100 on a consistent basis. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And so another thing is the number 4 would be to encourage repeat business. And so a lot of times to create a loyalty program, to create a VIP offer, sometimes I just go to town hall because I know I'm racking up points and at some point I'm gonna get $10 off of my order. Or I'll go to Liquid Planet, which is another restaurant, and I'll go to places that I know that I'm earning points because I know that I go there frequently enough to be able to get a reward for using the services. But sometimes just adding that incentive into your business to where if people know that if they, they're being loyal, like they're, purchasing from you often, if they're being frequent, if they're always coming back to you, if they're referring people, if they're, just offering some type of referral program, and you give them a discount and you give the person that they're referring a discount, that's maintaining and you're getting 2 customers really from this one customer. And so you're going to want to create things that allow people to encourage repeat business, such as, those loyalty programs, those rewards programs, or, other things that reward people with incentives for continuously doing repeat business with you and letting other people do the same. Because it's way easier to keep a customer or a client than it is to continuously always be going out and getting more. And then once you've built a relationship with that customer or client, once you've built that relationship with them, they're more likely to not only continue to get services from you because they trust you at that point, but also tell their friends about you, and they become marketers for you. They become evangelists for you, because every time someone says, like, do you know anyone who does this, they'll think of you first because they're already, engaging in services with you.
Right.
And so another thing, and this is my last point for this first session, but another thing is number 5 is you can pre-sell your products or services. So if you want to encourage sales sooner to get in, revenue faster or cash flow faster, then you want to pre-sell your products or services. So, excuse me, if there's a way, like I know, Ryan, with you, like you have things coming out, you have things that you're launching, to encourage, a pre-sale of your t-shirts or a pre-sale of your album, or a pre-sale of anything else that you're selling in addition to that, will get you cash flow immediately while people are anticipating and waiting for the launch, but it injects cash into your business right away.
Right. Yeah, so, it's a way to show your appreciation to your audience.
Exactly. Like even now, I know that you're building out your landing page. And so putting when people put their email addresses in there, you can give them an incentive, like, okay, since you're engaged with me already and you put your email in here, you'll be the first to be able to buy this when it goes on sale, or when you get this, you'll also get this with that. So then it encourages them to buy, and then that continues to bring in revenue and cash flow.
Right.
Yeah. So those are 5 ways and 5 tips to be able to have consistent revenue and consistent cash flow in your business. And that can be used for whether you're starting off or whether you're, just looking to grow and make sure that you're always having that consistent revenue coming in.
Awesome.
And do you have any questions?
Do I have any questions? For me, what would you say? Okay, what would be a good example for, me having merch and doing what I do, would it be a good example of something that I can bundle along with t-shirts?
So definitely like a physical copy of the CD. Maybe you sign it. Maybe it's a signed copy of your CD.
Uh-huh.
Definitely, honestly, and this is something, and it just came to me, this is something I don't see artists doing anymore. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love lyrics inside of the CD so I can kind of like sing along. And so what if you could really take and transcribe your music and turn it into, a lyric download. You can make it a downloadable PDF that,
I like that. I like that a lot.
yeah, you can bundle that in with a t-shirt and a CD, and that also raises the value. So now you're able to, charge more because of the value of what you're offering.
Right.
And
I
then
like that a lot.
people know what you're saying, and they're able to read it and
That's
follow
a good
along with
idea.
it and kind of digest it more.
That's really good
That
idea.
makes
The
a lot of
lyrics are the
sense.
best part. Lyrics are definitely were my favorite part too.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it definitely, yeah, like I miss um opening up the book, before the credits and being able to see the lyrics to the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely used to be.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Yeah, it must be where I'm at. How about
Okay, I
now?
hear you.
It's the
I hear
same.
you now.
Okay. Yeah, so I love that idea, and especially for the type of artist I am. I my lyrics are thought provoking, and it takes some critical thinking sometimes to break down what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it can help bring my message and what I'm saying together. People be able to
Right.
appreciate it on another level. So yeah, I like that a lot.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have for now. I'm definitely not shy. I'll be sure to. I'm connected to Shayla now after the
Yes.
event. Yeah, I did start following you, Shayla. So yeah, I definitely won't hesitate. In the event that I have questions, I'll use you guys as resources, and I really appreciate everything that you both do.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, this was group coaching call number 1. The next one will be Sunday at
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Eastern time.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we're really going to be able to speak to those entrepreneurs who are in that startup or wanting to be in that startup stage, and really still, or even maybe even if you're past that 18 months, if you're feeling like you still need to kind of go back to the drawing board and start to structure and frame some things. So we will be on the call on Sunday, and then again on Wednesday, and always right here on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But thank you
Okay,
again,
sounds
Ryan,
good. So I'm
for
looking
being
forward to it.
here. Absolutely.
Absolutely, it was a
Yes.
pleasure.
And don't forget too, if you need
And
to
it really
go.
helps that you guys send out the emails for a reminder.
Oh, I'm glad it helps. Don't forget too that each week, all of these recordings that we do will be available for playback within in your not client portal, in your membership portal.
Awesome.
Okay, great. I'll keep that in mind too.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your
All right,
day.
have a great day, guys.
You
You
too.
too. Bye.
Thank you. You too. All right, peace.